Hey folks, it's only me again, Mr. Skirps, and I am coming to you live from your computer. Well, not really, I recorded this a few days ago, but you are watching this privately because I'm giving you a private invitation for some bonus points. Maybe your classmates are skipping over this, but you have been wise enough to follow the instructions on Google Classroom, and you are getting a sneak peek as to how you can earn a couple bonus points for this week in our first topic of the year, really, topic number 1, matter. So, what is this invitation? Well, I'm going to tell you the weekly challenge and the scientist of the week. This week's weekly challenge is as follows. The more you take away from me, the bigger I become. What am I? Don't say it out loud, but write it down in your book on page 26. And if you remember it on quiz day, you can earn a bonus point for this weekly challenge. And now for the scientist of the week. Our scientist of the week this week is one name, and his name is Archimedes. Archimedes of Syracuse in ancient Greece, but you only have to remember Archimedes. So Archimedes, you may have learned about somewhere else, maybe in social studies class, as one of the great ancient Greeks. But Archimedes was one of the greatest scientists of all time. One of the most famous stories of Archimedes is that he was the world's first streaker. Streaker. What is a streaker, you ask? Well, he ran around the town of Syracuse without any clothes on. But you've got to know the backstory to appreciate this claim to fame of his. You see, Archimedes was known throughout the land as being a brilliant dude. Well, the king of Syracuse at the time was a little distrusting of his metalsmith. You see, he gave his metalsmith some gold one day, and as the story goes, he suspected that the goldsmith, the metalsmith, didn't use all of his gold to make the crown, and instead substituted some cheaper metals into the crown and pocketed the gold for himself. So he wanted to find a way to prove or disprove the honesty of the metalsmith. And that's where Archimedes comes into the story. The king called upon Archimedes' services and said, "Hey, Archie, you got to help me out here. I want to test this crown, but I don't want you to damage it because it does look pretty cool, dude, and I want to wear it. So you can't damage this crown, but I want you to determine whether it's all pure gold or not." So Archimedes thought about it for a while. How am I going to test this crown without destroying it? Well, as I guess he usually did, he went home, he drew a bath, filled the bathtub up with some nice warm water, and he hopped into the tub to help him think. Well, when he got into the tub to think about this project the king had given him, his relaxed brain realized that, golly, some of the water overflowed the tub. And he made the connection that the amount of water that overflowed the tub was exactly equal to the volume of the part of his body that went into the tub. And he knew that different materials had different densities, gold being really dense, and other metals like silver not quite as dense. And so he realized mathematically that density equals the mass divided by the volume. Well, he could find the volume of the mass using the displacement method very easily, like he did with his own body in the tub. He could determine the mass of that crown without damaging it at all. And by simple mathematics, he could calculate the density. Well, he was so excited about this idea, he wanted to run over and tell the king right away. So, being the typical absent minded professor, he jumped out of the tub, ran over to the king to tell the king, not realizing that he forgot his bathrobe at home. Or at least that's how the story goes. So, Archimedes is the scientist of the week and is claimed to fame one of the greatest scientists of all time. So, if you can remember that information for Friday's quiz, you can earn some bonus points. By the way, I'm going to give you a free bonus point right now if you are the first one in the class to yell out, Eureka! Because that is the Greek word that Archimedes used when he was running down the street without any clothes on. Eureka! Eureka! Meaning he found the idea that would give him the answer. So if you're the first one to yell out Eureka, making others wonder what in the world you're talking about, I'll give you a free bonus point for the day. All right, ladies and gentlemen, hope you enjoyed this segment of Weekly Challenge and Scientist of the Week. Now you need to get to work on the other items on Google Classroom. Bye bye.